Hello everyone, Eggchen here. Final Fantasy XIV's patch 7.01 dropped and there are big changes and updates. For this condensed overview, I will only focus on what's important to you guys. Without any further delay, let's go over it. Right off the bat, they announced that the new raid series, the Arcadian, has been released and it's coming with an assortment of new items. The Treasure Hunt Dungeon, Cenote Jaja Girl, and Arcadian Savage will be released in patch 7.05, and that should be in 2 weeks from today's recording. The Chronicles of a New Era's quest has been updated and it shows these two characters. If you didn't know Chronicles of a New Era, it just refers to the questline that unlocks raids. This slide just shows that there is a quest chain. But the important note is that the quest will start in Solution 9 at 19.1 by 18.8 by speaking with a stylish stranger. Next up are just announcements that the new equestrian roles have been added, and that new triple triad cards have also been added, undoubtedly from the new raid. On to battle systems updates. This will be where we see job changes and updates. For the Paladin, Total Eclipse and Prominence have had the effect increased enmity added to it. And for Warrior, Overpower and Mithril Tempest have had increased enmity effects added as well. Primal Red and Ready has been reduced from 30 seconds to 20 seconds, and Primal Ruination has had its potency increased from 740 to 780. As for Dark Knight, Unleash, Stalwart Soul, and Shadow Stride have all had the increased enmity effect added to them. Gunbreaker will also see similar changes, receiving increased enemy changes to Demon Slice, Demon Slaughter, and Trajectory. Monk has received a ton of changes. True Strike has had its potency increased from 290 to 300, and Raptor's Fury from 440 to 500. Snap Punch was reduced from 300 to 270, and Flank Potency reduced from 360 to 330. Coral's Fury has increased from 400 to 420, and Flank Coral's Fury increased from 460 to 480. Twin Snakes increased from 380 to 420, and increased potency effect of Raptor's Fury changes from 150 to 200. And Opal Form Potency increased from 110 to 120. Demolish went from 340 to 360, the rear potency 400 to 420, and the increased potency from Coral's Fury went from 100 to 150. Rockbreaker went from 130 to 150, 4-Point Fury 120 to 140, and Dragon Kick now only gains stacks of Opal Fury while in Opal form. Tornado Kick went from 850 to 1200 potency. Celestial Revolution went from 450 to 600, Flint Strike form from 600 to 800, Enlightenment from 170 to 200, and Shadow of the Destroyer from 110 to 120. Rising Raptor form also went from 330 to 340, and Raptor's Fury from 480 to 540. And finally, Pouncing Curl went from 340 down to 310. Flank Potency went from 400 to 370, Coral's Fury went from 440 to 460, and Flank Coral's Potency from 500 to 520. Samurai had both Tendo Setsugaka and Tendo Keishi Setsugaka cast times reduced from 3.2 to 2.5 seconds. Viper had the following actions range increased from 3 to 5 yalms: Death Rattle, Twin Fang Bite, Twin Blood Bite, 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation, and 4th generation. Black Mage now acquires Umbral Soul at level 35 instead of 76. That should be making leveling Black Mage a little less ugly. Red Mage's Magnification effect duration has been increased from 15 to 30 seconds. As for Astrologian, Lightspeed is now a charged action with 2 max charges at a 60-second recast time down from its previous 90. Astral and Umbral Draw's cast time was reduced from 60 to 55 seconds, and Macrocosmos potency was up from 250 to 270. A final note for battle systems. Max stacks of Raptor's Fury went from 2 to 1 and Curl's Fury from 3 to 2, and the Beast Shaka gauge was adjusted to reflect this. And on to the new raid. The title is the AAC Lightweight Heavyweight tier. You must be level 100 and have an average eye level of 685 or higher. It's of course 8 players and there is a 90-minute limit to complete each one. The only other requirement is to complete the unlock quest, which was mentioned earlier. By beating M4, or maybe that means match 4, you will get a Hollow Blade once per week. This can be exchanged with Huey in Solution 9 at 8.7 by 13.4 for universal tombstones, which can then be exchanged for weapons. This will reset every Tuesday at 1 AM PDT. The exchange won't be happening until the release of the new currency, Tombstones of Holometry, which will be in about 2 weeks. Again, Huey and Solution 9 will be taking care of these for you. This looks like it works just like in every other normal raid tier we've seen in the past. You just receive 1 token per boss per week, and the cost of each item is listed here. The following duties were added to the Dually Roulette Normal and Minter, and it's just raids AAC 1 through 4. AAC was also added to Stone, Sky, and Sea. If you are new, it's just a training dummy on a timer with the appropriate armor, level, etc., so you can see if you can clear a fight's damage. A new target ring has also been added. While under the effect of directional disregard, enemy target rings will take on a distinctive new shape. This indicates that directional requirements do not need to be met when attacking these targets. And as for items, new items were added, and I believe this is the new raiding armor. I don't want to sound negative, but it's pretty ugly. Moving on, furnishing stone partition can also be dyed. Also, requirements to access the script exchange have been changed. Before, it was Redona in Solution 9, and now you must have just completed Go West Craftsman, which is just an old level 60 unlock quest in Mordona. On to system updates. In order to reduce server congestion, the newly area added in patch 7.01 will be split into multiple instances. The number of field instances is being reduced as you see here. Old Charlene, on the other hand, will no longer be split into multiple instances. New achievements and titles have also been added. New trophies and achievements have been added for PlayStation 5 and Xbox, and new music and sound effects have also been added to the game. And finally, a massive list of resolved issues that got fixed. I'm not going to read each one, but I will of course put a link in the description so you can read it for yourselves. One last bit here is a known issue where the fade out timing is incorrect for an orchestrion roll that was added in 7.01. That's it guys, I try to keep it quick and to the point as possible. Overall, it looks like there were only buffs, no real nerfs, and an introduction of the new raid. I hope you guys found this useful. If you did enjoy this type of content and would like to see more, take a look at becoming a Patreon or channel member. Or another free and easy way to help support the channel is just to click like or subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.